Let me give an example. I think there's some fear about Christ that comes about. How many of you have ever gone, I think usually at Christmas time, to a white elephant party? Has anybody been to a white elephant party? I personally hate them. Okay, so if you want to invite me next Christmas to something, go ahead. I'll probably come. But a white elephant party, for those of you who aren't familiar, don't feel uninformed. It's no big deal. But what you do when you go to a white elephant party is you take something that has no value to you. And you take it and you give it, you wrap it up nice and pretty, and you take it, and then you exchange all these things that you have no care about, and you have no care about, and you have no care about, and we open them up and we all laugh and go, oh, I'm glad I don't own that, now I do. And these gifts get moved around. We used to have, I'm not going to tell you what gift we used to give away because somebody might have given it who's here, but we used to give this plate away, and I think we got it back 3 times over the years. But in reality, where did that come from? Hundreds of years ago in Asia, elephants, even into more recent times, elephants were beasts of burden. An elephant was used, it was a beast of burden. The Asian elephants, there's African elephants, there's Asian elephants. But in Asia, they used to be the bulldozers, the backhoes, the lifters, the cranes to build these buildings. And so they would do that. Every once in a while, an albino elephant would be born. And when that albino elephant was born, it was considered to be royal. It was unique. There would be only one in the whole area. And that elephant never had to do any work. It was allowed to live its entire life without working, without making its pay, so to speak. And what's interesting is, if you've ever owned an elephant, which I have not, but elephants eat an enormous amount, right? They can earn their pay, so to speak, their food, their board, because they would work in the community and help build things, right? Do the logging and do the other things. Well, an elephant that cannot work because it's considered a royal elephant didn't work, but it ate. And so the reality was a royal elephant or a white elephant was really a burden. Instead of being a beast of burden, it became a burden on the owner. Now, the king of Thailand, it was in the early 1800s, the king of Thailand had a cousin who was a prince who he hated. That cousin was not as wealthy as he was, and he wanted to bankrupt that cousin. That prince, he was kind of wanted to do a coup and different things. There's all stories around it. And so he decided to give the prince a white elephant as a gift. And the whole community thought, what a blessing. This prince gets a white elephant. But the king knew by giving him the white elephant, he was going to bankrupt him because he had to feed this royal elephant, and the elephant couldn't do any work. And the prince was bankrupted because of the white elephant. The gray elephants were great. The white elephants were a burden. And I think a lot of people think of Christ like a white elephant. He's royal, he's regal, he's a symbol, but what on earth do you do with him? He takes a lot of resources. You got to tithe to him, you got to give to him, but really, what is it about? And I want you to think about it. The reality is Jesus Christ is not a white elephant.